I want to tell you my secret now. I can't stop checking out.
In your dreams? While you're awake? How often?
All the time.
What is going on, everyone? Welcome to Into the Void. This is our special Monday Night Live, remembering Ozzfest, Ozzy, all the bands from Ozzfest, basically anything Ozzy, anything like that. And if you noticed that little clip I just played there, if any of you's ever been to Ozzfest, the beginning videos that they would play, that was one of them. I have another one that I'm going to play in a little bit. But before I bring on Chris from Roll the Bones podcast, who is also music freak and at so many Ozzfest, I already did a live, but for the people who don't know about this channel here is your channel as well as my channel. This channel will never be monetized. It will never, this is just strictly tribute to Ozzy. I have 1,000,001 other things that are going on. I'm making a film on the Buffalino family. If you ever seen The Irishman, they're like my best friends. Like that stuff's business. This stuff here is out of passion and love. Well, I love the Buffalino family. I mean, they're like my second family, but you understand what I'm saying. If any of you want to come on the show, more than welcome to. If any of you want me to post something, right here is the email. Email me up. And I will, this is your channel, like I said, as much as it is mine. So I want everyone to just understand that. This will not be monetized. I am not making money off of Ozzy's name after the sad passing of him. This is a man who changed my life and changed a lot of other people's lives. And this is strictly passion. And I just wanted to get that out there and let it be known that just because I created this channel doesn't mean that it's my channel. This is the fans' channel. And this is our way of, not that Ozzy Osbourne and his family need me to keep his legacy alive, but it's just a fun place for the fans to come here every week and spread some great, whatever Ozzy did for you and this or that, just anything. So it's not mine. It's all of us. Just wanted to clear that up, that it will never be monetized. And there's the email, Ozzy Osbourne tribute page at gmail.com if you have any interest on coming on. We're going to get to the comments in a second, but let me bring in the man, the legend, my man Chris from Connecticut, from Roll the Bones podcast. Buddy. What's up, buddy? Bring your head down.
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me back. Is this
Try to level the head. Level the head. There we go. There you go. Beautiful. How you doing?
You can hear me okay?
I can hear you fine.
All right, great. Because I was fighting with this microphone for the last, 3 hours. But
you're a little low, but it's I mean, I can hear you fine. If anyone in the audience in the chat, let us know if you could hear him no good. And real quick, I just want to say hello to Amy Powers. I want to say hello to Resonant Rev. Secutioner, what is going on? Briarly, you made it. Great to see you, Briarly. Gina, there she is. What's going on? No Vaz. Where's Vaz at, Chris?
Oh, he's right there. I see him.
Oh, you already got to see. I don't got a producer, so this is going to be on this. So this is going to be a little annoying, but I get to every comment. So, hey, mate, got to go to bed early morning start. I'll rewatch tomorrow. He's all the way. He's 5 hours ahead. Do your thing, my man. Thank you for stopping by.
Get some sleep.
Witchy woman, I think it's beautiful you're doing this. Thank you so much, Witchy woman. I appreciate that. And like I said, this isn't mine. This is everyone's, to remember the greatest of all time, in my opinion, Ozzy Osbourne. And this Monday live, although we'll be talking about Ozzy a lot and stuff, it's also about Ozzfest and just that festival, and Chris been to many of them. If you've seen our first live episode 1, it's up in the live section. They recycle But thank you, Witchy Woman. I just want to get caught up, Chris, with the comments so I don't miss anyone while we're doing this. And I want to thank everyone, though, that's here. There's Vaz. There he is. Great to see you. Chris needs to brighten up his room. I think you look good, man. I like
Quiet down, Rev.
Yeah, I mean, you don't really have a back.
Buddy of mine.
It's good enough.
Rev's a good friend of mine. Same, and I see Amy in there. How are you, love? It's like we got. Look, all right, Vaz. He's over here. He just told me a strange story, and I've seen this also segues into the food stuff that goes on with Ozzfest and the craziness. I saw a riot once, but this guy was telling me that somebody was abusing a sandwich at Subway in horrific ways, but
good.
Yeah, but like apparently somebody was assaulting somebody else's sandwich. I just got told this, but one time at Ozzfest there was a riot that broke out. All they said was we're out of chicken tenders, and it would be like, you know, we have nachos and pizza, and there started a protest. We don't need your fucking nachos, like, and all this. It was, imagine seeing, you know, 5,000 people all in protest over we won't need your nachos, screaming.
Yeah. I thought you were talking about the other riot, because I know a backstory of another riot, though, that happened with
was it the beer riot? Because I saw that one too.
Well, no, Sharon though wouldn't give Ozzy though his Viking, and he refused though to get off the plane and play. And that's not me outing them. They said it on the Osbournes. I like their podcast and all that. And Ozzy went, and I get it, believe me, because I was a drug addict and I get it, you know, but you know, he did. I could totally get that when you're in that sickness of the drug realm. I will tell you one thing though, buddy. I could hear you good, but your mic is a lot lower than your other mic, just so you know.
Does it sound better now?
Yeah.
All right. We'll do it this way for now.
Okay. If it doesn't bother you.
Unless there's a way I can adjust it manually.
No, you should be all right. Because you could hear me good. I mean, last week you were great. I just want to make sure. Keith, what's up? Keith Shibley in the house.
Hey, Keith, what's going on, man? Good
Is there a volume thing on that thing or no?
Not that I could see. Here, all right, give me like
Don't
2
worry
seconds. Let me give me 2 seconds and I'll adjust it. Wait, here we go.
Regardless, you're good, I think.
I mean, does this one sound better? Because this one.
Yeah, holy Christ, there you are. Yes.
All right, good. We'll stick with this one for now, and I'll figure out this.
That one's 110% better, buddy. 110%.
All right, as long as it's clear, and then I'll wrestle with this. You know, these Rode wireless mics, dude, they're great. They sound great for certain things, but damn if I can't get these things to work.
Yeah, they're more for like cell phone no type, like, you know, just so you know. And my buddy James Callahan, like, he let me borrow it's basically just, it's in the other room. It's basically the same thing though that you just clip on for your phone and stuff like that though, because I was up at the Sopranos house, Tony Soprano's house. I'm sure you saw the clip, you know, and just like little stuff like that they're good for. But anyway, how you doing, man? Let's get into.
Where do you want to start? Where do we want to start?
I want to start from Ozzfest, man. Let's start with, you know, like, let's just start getting the memories and Ozzy and everything. Let's start. Let me ask you a question, though. Ozzy himself, like, you know, did he do anything for you in your life?
Like personally, like, I mean, financially, absolutely not. I mean,
no. I mean, to help you get through stuff, like whether it's going to an Ozzfest, through the music, through all that type of stuff. Obviously, not personally. You know,
Ozzy, I would say, like, Ozzy, like, I would sit and vibe with records and, you know, and whatever I was in the mood to listen to at the time. Like, now my taste, it depends on my mood. Sometimes I'll listen to Camelot. Sometimes I'm going to listen to, like, you know, especially in the winter, it's a lot of black metal. I know it sounds kind of like dark and emo and mysterious, but no, but I mean, it just fits the season. But when I'm feeling low, I'll listen to like some old Ozzy. Judas Priest is a big one for me. Iron Maiden, of course. But what Ozzfest did, though, in one thing is like if I was in a rough patch, go into that festival knowing I was going to see and be around all my friends and those kind of things, that was help. You know what I'm saying? And I have a lot of fond memories, a lot of friends that are no longer here. But I still have all the pictures and I look back on them and we always had a great time. And even people, life goes on. You lose connections with people. And there was times I wouldn't see people for years, but you can bank on, I would see them at a metal show or whatever. And we just need to get that festival mentality back. We need to get that back. Something like that.
Yeah. Chris, when I do that, that's just me acknowledging. Keep talking.
Oh, no, great. I mean,
yeah, I'm just saying hello to Kilo 19. Thank you for being here. I always do that. So just to let everyone know that we see them and this is their show too. So don't let it interrupt you or whatever. And you can get back to it though. But
I think, it was good. Everybody has their go-to records, like albums or what jumps out at you when you shop for an album or when you're like, especially when, Ozzfest was great at making, a little bit of everything from different styles and genres of just rock and roll, not just heavy metal. But what jumps out at you when you go and you're shopping like albums or whatever? What's the first thing that jumps out at you to make you want to listen to that album?
Well, the cover helps.
Oh, yeah.
Because when you look at the first Black Sabbath album and you just look at that Lady Witch right there by, and imagine people from way back when it came out back in 1970, when it actually came out, because it was totally different. But because I'm only 44, I was born when Diary and Blizzard of Oz came out. So, but I'm talking Sabbath, like, album covers. Yeah, that jumps out at me. And if I heard like a single, see, back up at Gallery of Sound, that's the name of the music place. They would always have, even when I was in high school, put on the headphones, listen to like, some sample tracks and this and that. But with Ozzy, I mean, first off, all of his album covers are, I think, incredible. I mean, just the artwork and all that. Like even though like Patient Number 9, all the newer stuff, it's just, I don't know. They were just perfect. Even like, Back on Earth, like I see that. Yeah, I'm buying it. Osmosis, which I think is very underrated. I mean, we're talking about Old LA Tonight, Perry Mason. It starts with Perry
Mason. Forget about it. Like, that's the best.
The second I put that album in, because I'm not going to lie, I'm like, okay, the one album before that was No More Tears, right? So, and that album was incredible. So it's hard to be consistent. So when I put Osmosis in, I remember it. Perry Mason starts the keyboards in the intro. I'm like, holy fuck. Then I Just Want You. And then you have songs like Old LA Tonight, See You on the Other Side, Thunder Underground. I mean, it's just an incredible album that I think gets overlooked at times. And, but to answer your question, I mean, look at his covers. I mean, after Sabbath, boom, Blizzard of Oz, Ozzy Osbourne. He's a singer from Sabbath. I could just imagine those people from back in the days. If they see that cover, they're buying it. And the story of that, well, I'm sure you heard about biting the head off the dove. And then all of a sudden they released it and it was just going nuts. And all of a sudden all American kids knew about Ozzy. They knew about Ozzy from Black Sabbath, but I mean, Ozzy solo. But yeah, I mean, what else though could really, if you're talking about not listening to a song and just picking up an album, what else could really turn you on to wanting to hear that besides the album?
Does there have to be, is there certain like colors that like draw you in more? Like or certain, like, because for me, like, all right, the cover of Holy Diver, like, look at that one, like, or the cover of Screaming for Vengeance, like Iron Maiden's, every one of their covers, Iced Earth, like, and the thing, this is what we need to get back to with metal bands. Bands need to come back with a character that's on all their covers. You don't see that anymore.
No.
Like Megadeth. Like they had it. Eddie, for God's sakes. Iced Earth rolled with it. I mean, Korn with the voodoo again.
Yeah. You cut out there for a second, buddy, but I heard what you're saying. Korn with all that. Absolutely. And howdy, B Brown. Thanks for being with us. And osmosis is a piece of art. Absolutely, Bradley. No, I know what you're saying. And I think, though, what happened, though, was like with the digital world, though, that came through, though, that it stopped, though, like with the whole video making. I was just listening to Billy Corgan talk about the video they did for Amore. I forget the name of the song, and I know it. It's just whenever I do these shows, I always lose it. But it was like $800,000 to make the video for No More Tears. Even all the old days with Headbangers Ball, it was just different. Now everything is just all digitalized. And I grew up in the era of you had to wait until Mr. Crowley came on the radio to hit play and record, which was my favorite song with the keyboard intro that got me started on keyboards. But that's what I call it, the radio station. Play Mr. Crowley, play Mr. And then you'd sit there play and record with the cassette tapes. Boom. Yes, everything's at the fingertips of our hands. But I miss, though. I buy vinyl. I'm a vinyl nut now to this day. There is nothing like opening up a sleeve of vinyl and looking at all the artwork. It's an experience, as opposed to just the same with movies, man. Like going to Blockbuster used to rent movies and stuff. And listen, I get it. It's great. And everything's at our fingertips now. That's all great and dandy. But I really do miss, though, how it was, though, back in the day.
It's an experience opening up like a new movie, going into those places, the smell of records, the smell of especially a brand new thing when you're opening it, experience. And especially, all right, one of my favorite, I guess, album experiences I ever had. It's not a heavy metal album, but Dark Lotus from Psychopathic Records, when it became a super group with Insane Clown Posse and all them, but they put out this.
Fuck them. No offense. Fuck them. If you ever heard what they said about Ozzy and all that, they could go fuck themselves. Where are they right now? Sorry, that's just me. But watch Howard Stern when they're bashing Sharon and making fun of Ozzy. They're just fucking where they at right now. But go on.
But the experience of opening that album, because they had a black seal on it, so you didn't even see the album cover. It literally was sold in a black, cellophane thing from Tales from the Lotus Pod, and I thought it was just that experience of you're going through the pages in the booklet and just seeing all the artwork, and it's all this Egyptian flair, dude. It was so good, bro, so good.
Oh yeah, and don't take that to heart, man. Like when I come at you with the same,
I don't.
Yeah, I know. So we're gonna agree to disagree, but it's just, every time I hear that name, I think of that scene. But I just want to tell the people, if you want to like this, all you got to do is X out of the chat and hit the like button, and then come back into the chat, just so you know, because I don't see a thumbs up button. That's the thing with these lives. You X out of the chat, you hit the thumbs up, and then you either refresh and then you come right back into the chat. That's the way to do it. If you'd like to hit a thumbs up, it gets it moving. It gets this moving to more people when you do that. And even afterwards, after the video, it helps it, it's like a bump, like on Facebook when you like or comment. It just moves the stuff around. But go ahead, buddy.
But no, man, same thing with Iron Maiden did something similar with Matter of Life and Death. I got the deluxe edition when that came out. Even, dude, all right, one of my favorite have you live DVDs? Because I'm a sucker, dude. I love getting the lives. Was Lamb of God Philadelphia.
Yeah,
it was the Ashes of the Wake tour. It covered that, and it was all this behind the scenes stuff. But did experience, bro, of just opening that, the smell of that new DVD is intoxicating. And still, if anybody hasn't seen Philadelphia, Lamb of God, it's been out for 25 years at this point. Go and get it. Look it up. That. It's probably one of the best live. I don't know what you would call it. It's not quite a documentary. It would be behind the scenes stuff, then mixed with songs from the tour. And they did the tour they used was obviously out of Philly. Yeah. There you go. Right there.
Well, this one here is God Bless Ozzy Osbourne when he turned 60 years old. This is Ozzy live at Budokan and Black Sabbath, the end. But there's one, though, that's fantastic if people hasn't seen it. It's called The Last Supper with Black Sabbath, like you're explaining, where they talk about the song a little bit, and then it goes into the song during the reunion tour in '97. And that's just incredible. The cover of it is The Last Supper, with the Judas and Jesus and everything, though. But they have it's just incredible. But yeah, yes, of course, I love DVDs. Metallica, S&M,
Yep.
love Iron Maiden live at Rock in Rio. Now that's just more live shows, but there's special
Yeah.
features and being interviewed and stuff like that. Yes.
There's an Iron, because I have all the Iron Maiden live DVDs. Like I have like all their complete works that they've done up to at least like 2010. But there was one I had, I can't remember the name of it. It's called I think it's called like Legacy of the Beast or something along those lines. But it was just a collection of all their music videos from like the beginning right to the end. And Vaz, take it easy, buddy.
Thank you, Vaz.
He's going back to abuse those sandwiches, I think. But but no, like I like when they it's like collected works of music videos, and this is like this DVD came out predates YouTube, predates where you can just look it up online. So this was so perfect for it. Like your favorite bands, and I think there's a handful. Slayer did it with a couple of theirs, and they don't have like a ton of music videos. But I have a really good one that's like this. It was basically like, I think it was something. It was like basically a collection of all the thrash bands from like 1984 on. So there's like Anthrax on there, Creator, all like just legendary bands. And I fucking love Anthrax, bro. Like I've been in an Anthrax mood lately.
Anthrax is fantastic, absolutely though. And also though, to answer your question too, and I know I always go back to like Sabbath and Ozzy and stuff because that's what this channel though is and stuff. And we could talk with Ozzfest. Obviously, we could talk any band, but you just said it, and here we go. Loomis is losing his train of thought again. But I had something good to capitalize on something that you were just talking about a live
DVDs.
My God. DVDs, yeah, but it left me, folks. Just so you know, we jump into these unscripted. We just come at it, boom, straight up. So. Forgive me for forgetting a couple of things. It'll come back to my mind, but I had something out of capital. Oh, I know what I wanted to say. What breaks my heart the most is that they didn't, and of course they didn't know he was going to pass at the time, but there is no professional music DVD out there with Ozzy and Randy Rhoads. That kills me. They never filmed a professional show with like production wise with Randy, you know? And eventually, of course, I'm sure they would have. But I mean, because you got to realize those two albums came bang bang, and it would tour. But the only thing that you'll see is when Ozzy's in like the blue, Stephen Aldridge on drums, Rudy Sarzo on bass, Randy's playing with the polka dot guitar. They're like in that blue room. That's the only thing that you'll see, but I'm talking like a live concert with Randy Rhoads on,
you know what, the one thing that we should look forward to, and I honestly think Ozzy's had such a long career that think of all the songs that never got released, that never were made up, they just never made the final cut of an album.
Oh, there's so many, yeah.
And that's what's going to happen now is we're going to start getting all these unreleased. And he was in business for like 100 years, bro. Like there's probably unreleased stuff all the way back to Sabbath, back when they started. So think about
he did stuff with Steve Vai that was unreleased. He did stuff with there's so much out there, and there's also extra Sabbath tunes though out there too that didn't make. Because when you realize, you got to understand this. And I don't know if you noticed, but I noticed from being a musician that they make more songs than are on the album most of the times. And then they narrow down which songs to use for the album. Like this on Osmosis, Amy, his daughter. There's a song called Amy. That's like, eventually they put that on as like a special bonus track or whatever. But there is so many more out there. And you're right. And I hope that we get that. Because
so in this, bro, you might get something here with Rhoads. You know what I'm saying? There's going to be so many documentaries that are going to come out now that of never before seen this, behind the scenes for that, the inner workings of Ozzfest, the inner workings of like this tour and that tour. It's going to, I mean, the sky's the limit, dude, for a guy with a career like that.
Over 50 years, right. Man. Yeah.
And there was stuff I had heard. I don't even know if it's true, but I had heard that he would remember maybe like it was probably like at least 18 years ago. It was a while ago, but there was a craze in super groups. They would take the best of, like, and I heard that there was a thing where it was Ozzy did the vocals, Kerry King was on the guitars, they had Boss Staff from Exodus was on the drums. Like there was like they put together something, but it never. I don't know if you know if it's true, but I saw it on this. Some names pop up in Guitar World for like they were showcasing, because I know the one that ended up making Evan Seinfeld from Biohazard, his group, where you did something with Scott Ian, I think, and that's the one that ended up really getting all the buzz. But there's going to be so many great things that are going to come out, and people aren't ready for it yet.
Well, when I met him at the Prince of Darkness box set on March, I think it was March 22nd, and that'd be right before he was going on Conan O'Brien by Tower Records there. There's me with my rocker days, but he was working with Jerry Cantrell. I mean, everyone was just like so many different artists, and even Patient Number 9 has so many different artists, but I could guarantee, I would bet my life on it that there is over, I'm trying to think how many hours worth of music from Ozzy that we don't know. Like songs like what he did with Typo Negative, Pictures of Matchstick Men, and if you ever heard the song Walk on Water, the demo version though from the Prince of Darkness, and I don't walk on water, oh no, that's from the Beavis and Butthead Sound to Do America movie. But I mean, like you said, and I just heard a story with Steve Vai that they were working on so many songs together, and then something happened, because the music business is nuts, and things get changed. So just like movie business, like The Irishman, they came to this area in 2003, scouting out locations, and nothing came of it until 2019, was it? Yeah, where they had to do the de-aging and all that, because it takes so much, though, to get the right actual members, the right actual for the band, for the albums, and there's just so much crazy business involved. But I can only imagine the amount of work that's out there that we haven't heard yet from Ozzy.
And sometimes the vocal's already done. So you can clean those up, and then they can just have, it's going to be good, because then you can have other people coming in to, like Zach, Zach Wild probably come in and just help smooth out some guitar work. You know what I'm saying? Like they'll bring in some other people just to get it.
Sucks. I hate Zach Wild.
I thought he was an asshole.
I'm joking.
Like,
dude.
frankly,
Really?
I thought,
I love him. I was joking.
I mean, Black Label Society's good, and I enjoy them. But the thing is like what I don't care for is the fucking 80-minute Zach Wild solo. It's like, there's a lot of songs I'd rather see. And the only time he didn't do that solo was
he's an ass. That doesn't mean he's an asshole. What you're saying is some of the music that you're saying that you just don't like.
No, I like the music. I just don't like. See, what bothers me is when somebody, if you want to bust into a solo, that's great. But making it like when you're hogging the stage, bro, like you got other band members, show that that love and respect to them. You know what I'm saying? Instead of you just playing guitar, you got drummers back there, you got bass players. It's like get off your high horse.
Feel lesser when he's with Ozzy.
No, he doesn't pull that shit when he's with Ozzy. He pulls that shit when he's with Black Label. Because if he pulled that shit during an Ozzy set, the fans would rip the seats out and throw it at him. He'd be strung up by his beard.
I never should have said that joke, because I love the guy. I mean, I think he's great, and I
think he's talented, and that's no shot at him. I just don't think it's like if I'm going to see you, it's like when Black Label would hit the stage, I would use that opportunity to get further drunk, and hit the beer line, and I could literally, he could start that solo. I can go wait 105 minutes in the line for a $40 beer and come back, and he's look, he's halfway through. I
mean, I think he's a great dude. He never was all money. He was always there for Ozzy. If you watch the last show when Ozzy's singing Mama, I'm Coming Home, and Ozzy's struggling a little bit because he's like choked up and he's singing it, and the way how Zach just brings over the guitar, like he just seems like a very loyal. I shouldn't have said that. I threw a curveball as a joke, like, oh, he's an asshole. No, he's not. I take that back. Not that I didn't mean that, but I love him. Listen, everything is subjective at the end of the day. So
it's all personal.
You know what I mean?
It's all personal preference.
Yeah, it's all personal preference. I think he's amazing. And you got to remember how young he was, man, when he came over. I mean, how could you handle that? I believe No Rest for the Wicked, he was 22 years old. around that
I
21.
mean,
Jesus,
yeah, coming
I
into like, I mean, it's a big, it's a big deal. I mean,
this story's a movie. Think about it. He says it the best. He's like, I'm playing for New York Yankees because he loves Durbin Munson and the Yankees, and he loved Ozzy Osbourne, Randy Rhoads, Jake Ely, and all of them. And next thing you know, he's in his favorite band. Could you imagine that? Can you imagine that? Like, and I love him. I love Zach, and I think he's great. And I like what they're doing with the Pantera thing. I know he doesn't sound exactly like Dime, but it's a celebration. It's a celebration.
He's a good fit when it comes to that Pantera Phil, because and it's also honorable in his own right, like because him and Dimebag were best friends.
Yeah,
like
exactly, 100%. Good night, Briarly. Thanks for being here. Yeah, they were tight.
But I noticed there was a couple people that mentioned some great bands over here, like Kilo, Testament, underrated thrash band, 100%, buddy.
And Gina says he only let Randy Rhoads do that. Ozzy would not have appreciated that. Yeah, Ozzy, though, in every one of his shows, though, he'll always be like, Mr. Zach Wilde or Mr. whoever's playing the lead or Mr. Gus G, and then he would lead the stage, and then they would just rip for 5-10 minutes and do their thing. But you're talking about like during the actual songs.
Well, the thing is like I said, to clarify, like when there's a lot of times when Black Label would play, and they were usually the one that opened up second stage or main stage, I mean, and they'd go on there and they play a couple songs. I felt like he just, all right, there is Zach starting a solo, and it's like, bro, you have a limited time to be on this fucking stage. Yeah, Hell Yeah was a great band. I actually got to meet Vinnie Paul at a I forgot who was it. Fuck. There was a band I saw up at we got free. A buddy of mine got free tickets. It was Hell Yeah was there, and it was Volbeat, and I forgot
Hell Yeah was Vinnie. Yeah, Hell Yeah was
I figured
Vinnie's
Death Punch.
Yeah.
I think was on the other one, and but they were doing, him and Chad were doing autographs outside, so I didn't get anything signed. I just met him, but Vinnie Paul was a really nice dude.
Yeah, man, that's just horrible, man. What happened to both those brothers, man? I mean, could you imagine too, man, like what he went through behind the drum set and seeing his brother? I mean, just absolutely awful.
Yeah, man.
Seeing his brother, that's terrible. And that cop who saved him, he's still all fucked up, PTSD. And I get it, like like that fucked him up, but he's a hero, man. Like he had the drum roadie. I forget his name. The Sox, is it, or something? Pantera's roadie. But he had him hostage with a gun to his head, and then the cop got him, though, with the shotgun. Thank God. But just terrible, man. Terrible.
Yeah, bro. And that's unfortunate. That's like the nature of that job. I mean, you see some crazy and gnarly shit. And I've seen it so many times, bro. Like, even at, even on just a non-violent situation. Bro, I watched at one of the Ozzfest. There was a guy, stark nude. He was wearing nothing but a pair of Keds, bro. He was running from security in the Hartford police. I swear to God, he had a beard down past his belt, or his belt would be. His fucking beard's flying behind him like a flag. And every time one of the cops, or one of the people got close, they were like, oh, fuck, I don't want to tackle this naked guy. You can see them pull back. And it's like, oh, man, hoping somebody else is going to get the short straw. But I mean, that's crazy shit. I mean, it's really light on that spectrum, but you got to wrestle some guy strung out, buck nude, running across a lawn. I mean, I don't know how, bro, I don't know how they do, even the simplest of shit, bro. I'd lose my job in 3 seconds.
Well, that's
I'd
why,
be a terrible cop.
With me and Keith, we have a channel called Mind Over Madness where, he talks about, what Keith's been through. And the Navy Yard shooting, and it's just insane. So you got to give those guys credit, man, what they do, because it's easy to say fuck the police or all that, but bullshit, because you got to give them respect, man. At the end of the day, don't
100%, man.
Don't let a few rotten apples out there dictate every single one of them. But
look, it's a rough crowd, man. Even in the festival setting, it's a rough crowd. You have people that are drinking all day in the hot fucking sun. You have mosh pits, people getting hurt, people getting dragged out. I've seen people had their arms snapped, jewelry torn out, just the worst type of injuries imaginable in a wall of death. That's their whole day, bro. and then people getting
Ozfest,
drunk and
though,
out of
was great.
control.
Ozfest had a great safety record. They really did though with people compared to other festivals though. They really did.
I mean, yeah. There's always margin of insanity at all of them. You know what I mean? And
you can't control all the people. Like you can't, just like this right now. Like
because
you can't control some asshole's going to come on and say whatever, blah blah blah. Like it's almost impossible to. Not to mention if Ozzy's
one thing
on
I
stage
will say though,
and the lights are
with
on their
Ozzfest,
face,
homie,
it's hard to, what's that?
With Ozzfest, bro, there were more cops present, more EMS present than Mayhem, than Warped Tour, than all them big
Sharon
festivals.
took care of that because that's what they wanted more. God, they wanted that. You got to watch the episode where they talk about it. Him and Ozzy and his wife are talking about, and that's them, man, doing that for the safety. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
Like that, they have a great safety rating, and I just think, I don't know. My buddy broke his leg there. We found him later. Like there was Ozzfest 2002, excuse me, up at Montage Mountain, Scranton, Pennsylvania. It was oh my God, there were so many people there. We had to park at the Red Barons baseball stadium and then take a school bus up. And you get you got over 15,000, 20,000 people there. It's almost impossible. Like some bad shit's going to happen.
Was that the year? Was 2002? Was that the year that Dave from Drowning Pool died? He died on the tour, if I remember.
So. No, the year I'm talking about, Jason, it was when Trujillo left Metallica and Jason Newsted was at this show. He was playing for Ozzy. So I believe that was 2003 I'm talking about. The year before, I think you're right, is when, 2002. He died, I believe, was it in Virginia? No, not the Nissan Pavilion. I was there. I seen Sabbath, the original Sabbath there. If anyone can help us out with the year on that. But you're close. It's one of those. But 2003 was when Jason Newsted was with them, I think. There's so many I went to, it's hard to remember. Because Trujillo was big. Suicidal Tendencies, Gina, and Infectious Grooves. And that guy's freaking resume, Infectious Grooves, Suicidal Tendencies, Black Label Society, Ozzy Osbourne, Metallica. Talking about Robert Trujillo, he came from Suicidal Tendencies, but I don't know I'll tell you right now.
No, but yeah, it's like I can totally relate, Gina. Moshing was a blast. I'd love to be able to do that again. Too old now. Oh my God. If I got into a pit now, I'd be dead for a month.
Drowning Pool's original singer Dave Williams died on August 14th, 2002. He was found dead on his band's tour bus at the age of 30 from an undiagnosed heart condition called hypertrophic cardiomyopathy. Excuse me, I'm terrible with but which I think I was at the Ozzfest when that happened. Which Ozzfest was that? Well, it was 2002. Like you said, I'm just wondering the location. So it was August 14th, 2002 at Ozzfest. And that was the one in Virginia. Yeah. Did I tell people the story? No, I did tell them the story about my girlfriend's sister who
it's savage, bro.
Anyone who hasn't heard it, I'll just tell it one more time a quick version. Me and my best friend Dave Flannery were at the Nissan Pavilion in Virginia. And it's Black Sabbath with Bill Ward, and Bill Ward, come on. So and I'm right in front of Geezer Butler, front row. Well, first Judas Priest, though, came on. It was actually Super Joint Ritual, BLS, I believe, Judas Priest, Black Sabbath. And my girlfriend's little sister took some GHB and was out cold. And they're all like, they got her out. They took her backstage. And my girlfriend's like, we got to go to rush her to the hospital. And I just said, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere at all. I'm like, listen, she lived. And I was young. I was 20-something, but I you could have told me that I was dying of whatever. I wasn't leaving until I saw the original Sabbath. I'll tell you that right now.
I know the guy that the guy Mike, the one I originally was going to do the Bones with, who passed away. I remember him telling me a story about him and his brother Dan went down to see Metallica down at Madison Square Garden. And Dan had never seen Metallica before. And somehow, like in one of the opening bands, the band kicked back. Somebody kicked back and elbowed him, smashed his face open real bad. And he had to go to the hospital and like missed like the entire set from Metallica. Like, I mean,
that sucks, man. He could have held it in. He was in that much pain, huh?
No, I mean, dude, bro, like there was blood, and like Mike told me, he's like, "Oh, it looked like a fucking crime scene." Like it was just boom, just squirting everywhere. And he had to get stitched up. He's in the middle of New York City. Like, oh my god, I would have been hot.
Absolutely.
I think I probably would have stayed and probably died by the end of it if it was like Maiden or something. But
well, what happened with Maiden is when I seen them live, and they were incredible live, was Ozzfest, and they actually played an extended set. It was in Holmdel, New Jersey, because Ozzy was double booked, and the next night or whatever, Black Sabbath had to cancel because something with his throat. So Maiden though like took the stage for like 3.5 hours. That was the year when there was that beef like with Sharon and them and like throwing eggs and all that though type of stuff. And Dickinson though was like shouting his mouth off for no reason, like about like he was kind of like being like in a way being like we're better than like Sabbath, like throwing out that type of stuff. It was just he was being very disrespectful, and I'm like what? But then you see earlier stuff of him, and he's like, he praises Ozzy, he praises Sabbath. So I don't know what was going on with that. That's just, everything.
I think whatever Bruce Dickinson's shit is with Sharon, not Ozzy. But my thing, and it will always be this thing, is anybody and any of those bullshit ass bands, especially that one band, Dozen Furies, that fucking won their role on that tour with Battle for Ozzfest. You got fucking balls going up there throwing eggs at Iron Maiden. You know, you were an opening act on second stage, and where are you now? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so Maiden's still cooking. They're still out there touring. Like, that shit, like, people need to respect the founding fathers of these things. Not going out there because you want to make a fucking bullshit statement. Yeah, you made a statement all right, and people walked away from your sets from every spot after that. That's like, you should be ashamed of yourself to even have that on your history, that you, as a musician, took it upon yourself to go and egg or fuck with the equipment or fuck with the sound, like for a band that will be remembered forever. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like I'm giving them a credibility. But don't worry, I'll make a diligent effort to forget that band for the rest of my life going forward.
Yeah, well, I could say the same thing though too about what Maiden though was saying though about Ozzy though as well. Like, because they were spewing out. Well, not them. Dickinson was spewing out stuff like about him as well. And I love Iron Maiden. Don't get me wrong. I absolutely love them. But you should respect, though, I believe, though, the headliners and the founders, Black Sabbath, like at the same token. So that could be same coin. The bottom line is both bands are going to be remembered for a fucking lifetime. And that's that. All that little internal beef shit happens.
That's what happens. I mean, things go crazy, dude. Like it's a heavy metal. It's that world, bro. You have people. There's egos that get involved, and shit goes sideways. You know what I'm saying? There was a whole thing with Dave Mustaine and Slayer over one of the guitars getting broken.
You want to talk about Dave Mustaine? I mean, I love him, but not the easiest guy to work with.
He's got an ego the size of the Empire State Building.
I'm actually working on an episode, the mindset of Dave Mustaine, because I give him credit for after he got fired and even figures out the name of Megadeth on the bus ride home from New York, and just to have that drive and he's still though, kind of like a little bit bitter. And my good buddy Jansen Harris, who I just did a show on, which I think people they're gonna love this guy. This guy could play anything, but he made a good point. He's like, you got to always remember with these bands, look how young they were too. And look at so when people are like Mustaine's bitterness to Metallica, Dave Mustaine never had anything before that. Like he never had a foundation. He never, like his family, look at his life. Those were his brothers. And that's where the bitterness though comes from. The way Jansen though explained it though was very good. But you got to think of the ego. Like I know when I was in my 20s, I had an ego the size of fucking whatever, and that's like with a lot of these bands. Well, why can't they just do this and just do that? Well, remember, these are kids at the time. Like they're kids. 20 to me is still kids. You're still a kid when you're 20.
Well, I mean, to be fair, like the situation with Mustaine and the guitar getting broken, they're very much old men at that point, and it's just, shit just boils over. Sometimes the pot just boils over.
I like what Amy says here, though. Keep it in the green room or the bus.
Yeah, you have
Yeah.
to. Like, because,
Yeah.
you know, if shit goes sideways, the worst thing you can do is put that shit into your fan base and into your public. Handle that shit quietly. Don't be bringing that shit in public view, because that shit will set a fire that will go out of control. And it, you know, listen, positive things will go most of the time quietly said or unspoken. They see some drama, they see some negative shit, bro. There are people that will professionally try to keep that fire burning.
Yes.
Just to watch it fucking burn the fuck down. And that's what happens. Like, you know what I mean? And sometimes in that music world, relationships get destroyed because of that. It's just keep it in the back room or keep it to yourself. Don't share it with the public.
I agree with you 100%. And I'm just going to give Sharon Osbourne a little bit of credit on this. If you watch her, anytime anyone like made fun of Ozzy for mumbling or whatever, she's just the type that, like, if you fuck with my family, I don't care. I'm going to, you know, so that's her family. So, but at the same time, that's like it's tough because, like, you know, when you're in that moment, when that's going on, when someone though is saying stuff about Ozzy on stage, they're also not doing it in the green room because they're saying it on stage. They're igniting it.
It's the same. It's the same principle applies. You know, keep your bullshit. If you're a musician and you get on a stage, play your music, keep your politics to yourself, keep your drama to yourself, because ultimately, you know, we're not supporting you, we're making fun of you. Because here we are, and like there's so many, like I got so pissed off, and I know this is gonna probably ruffle some System of a Down fans, but I remember a year when Ozzy was kind of going on and off in switching shows, but System played, and Surge decided it was necessary to basically shit on American politics. It's like, well, I'm sorry, my country made you fucking rich and famous, so how about you just play your damn songs? We came here to see Ozzy, not your soapbox bullshit. Keep it to yourself.
Yeah, I agree with the whole political celebrities, whether it's musicians, whether it's actors coming 100%. On like, we stand with this. Okay, well then leave the fucking country. And I don't want to make this all political because I like this channel to be positive. It's a tribute to Ozzy Osbourne. That's what this channel is. But you are exactly right when you say, Ozzy even says it. He's like, people shouldn't, on this podcast, they shouldn't make it political. Like, who are they to say that? You're in a country that made you millions of dollars, like you just said, and all that. And then you have those actresses. I forget the one actress. I stand with, it was like about some deportee, whatever. But I'm like, okay, well then go with them. Go with them.
You know, but I've seen Ozzy.
$1 million fucking, ivory towers while, give me a break.
It's like I've seen Ozzy probably 8 times in my life. Not one time did he ever talk about politics. You know, he would always close out the same thing. Don't be a fucking asshole and drink and drive. Like, he would always close out the show with, you know, without fail, don't be a fucking asshole. Like, you know.
He really, dude, he is. Do you know why he's one of the best remnants? Like, when he said, like, oh, the Prince of Darkness, and is he a Christian or is he going to hell? I'm making a video on that. That's almost going to drop. And I can't wait to go off on some of these Christian freaks. But how many times did he say, I love you from the bottom of my heart? And you're right, after every show. Be very careful driving home. Every fucking show. Like, he genuinely loved his fans. And that's what kept him going, I believe, for so long to perform for them again.
Well,
and then 17 days later, you know, he held on for all those years.
I remember, what do you call it? I remember there was one year they went long. Like he left the stage, like you said, he was getting off, and then he kind of said fuck it, like, and just came back on and did like another like 3 songs, just because. Well, I don't know why. Just yes, that year was Ozzy.
It was the year Sharon had cancer though. When Ozzy was solo, the first show he did was up here. He wasn't supposed to be up here because he stopped the tour. There was a kid, you know, it was a postponement because she had the cancer diagnosis, but he just kept coming back on and back on and back. And he's like, I just talked to my wife, man. She's doing okay, blah, blah, blah. But you're right. He never once said anything political. It doesn't bother me when they talk about their political views if they're on the side I vote for. Witchy woman, I love you for being here, but that's a little selfish.
Yeah. You know what? Listen, I don't care. I don't care if I agree with you or not.
Witchy woman has a more right to say something, I believe, than the ones in their ivory tower. Okay. That's
yeah, because we're down here in the fire, bro.
Yes.
You know, like we're in the fire.
We're the ones that actually made all these bands rich. We're the ones that are here, and all these artists and actors or whatever. We're the ones making them rich by paying for their albums, paying for their shows, paying to see them in the movies, paying to see this or that. And without us, though, man, what would not meaning like me and you exactly, but you know what I'm saying. Overall, without us, what art an artist wouldn't be able to have the lifestyle that they have without us. And
100%.
I just don't think though that the politics of you know who I think should talk, someone who was in maybe went to war and lost a limb, or like a family member who lost a loved one, should be talking way more than some artist that doesn't agree with this or that or whatever, like something that deeply affected them. And I hate though that this is political now, because I never want it to be political. It's
it's the inner workings of the festival, because this is also a thing where bands, if you're tour, I remember watching, if you're an opening act too, especially for a band like legendary like Ozzy, don't disrespect the crowd, because they will hurt you. I watched one guy saying, if you don't like the show, then get the fuck out of here. Bro, they walked away. It emptied out. They just went and sat, like, it was like to see a massive thing like second stage, a ghost town. Oh my God. They didn't leave the venue. They just left their set. They went to get.
I saw that with Stain at the Rolling Rock Town Fair. They opened for Stone Temple Pilots, and Aaron Lewis said something political and like, fuck you to everyone, to the audience. Dude, he just got trampled with mud the whole show. Like, you can't fuck with the audience, man. You can't.
Don't antagonize. And the Ozzfest crowd in particular, bro, that is a rowdy ass crowd. Well, like, I promise you, like, this is especially back when it used to start at 8 a.m. They're already here. They opened up. They were tailgating at 6, so they were they're already rocked by 10 o'clock in the morning. There's still like 14 hours left of the festival.
Well, you explained Ozzfest the best, and I'll make that clip. I'm going to integrate that clip the way how you said, like, you see stage 2, and then you said it was a spectacle, but how you see stage 2, you get like banged up, and then by the time Sabbath or Ozzy comes on, you relax and enjoy that show, and it's a spectacle. The way you worded it, like, you worded it different, but it summed up Ozzfest perfectly.
Rev, that's a good thing, right? What Rev just said right there. Remember that show Battle for Ozzfest?
Yeah, like, with the bands, where they judged.
See, what Rev's talking about here with the kid that put on Zakk Wylde's BLS cut, you're a fucking jerk off if you do that. Like, first off, like, that you're not making a statement, you're embarrassing yourself, and you're taking something that you didn't earn and you're putting it on. And,
I remember that. Yeah.
Like, that wasn't, I don't believe in my heart that was scripted. I believe that was legitimate, and they knew the shit was going to blow up. And that's like such an out of line thing to do.
And you're
grabbing somebody else's belongings.
You're in a competition. What are you doing? If I was one of his bands,
and Zach's one of the people that can end your road then.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He could be like, no, screw this guy. He took my shit.
Yeah. Like, what are you trying to, like, I think the guy, though, was more about himself and not his band, and just wanted to be, oh, look at me on television. I wasn't thinking about the other band members, because they only sent out one member of a band. It wasn't like the whole band, I believe.
Right. And I think there was a band that didn't win that was in that, but I did see them live. It was called Mantis. They were one of the runner-up bands, and I saw them a couple times with Dope. That band should have goddamn won 1,000 times over. Like, freaking loved they every time I saw them. They opened up for Dope and Mushroom Head.
I know exactly.
I think I saw them with Kill Switch. They just they were, I think they might have been, I could be wrong to say they were it was, I know it was Dope, but I think Devin Townsend was on that bill, and If Hope Dies. But bro, like, they were just a great band. Music. And they were coming in around when bands like All That Remains was getting started. another big band from my area. And Phil Labonte, I met Phil once, and even for like getting into podcasts and all that stuff, Phil Labonte is like somebody I look up to with him over at Tim Pool and all that stuff. But so it was at Mayhem. So this dude, like, we're in the pit, bro, and there's a small, you got the core pit, and then you got the smaller ones off. And I got just turned, and I got literally caught a haymaker, dude. Somebody was falling, and it knocked me out of my fucking shoe, like blew my sneaker right off. And I was like, fuck, bro. Like, when all of a sudden, like, some guy grabbed my shirt and just dragged me out, and Phil, because he saw it when he was on stage, and it was one of his crew members that got it. And he was like, when his crew guy handed it to me, and Phil was just like, bro, that was your sneaker? Like, and I was talking to him for a few minutes. He like was such a super sweet guy, super cool dude. But yeah, it should made me laugh, dude. Like, I mean, the haymaker sucked, but it did get to hang with Phil Labonte for like 10 minutes.
Yeah, no, man. A lot of did you ever see Pantera live?
No. I've seen Down, I've seen Superjoy and Ritual, I never got to see Pantera.
Yeah, Pantera live was insane. And what I love about Phil Anselmo, though, is like he'll stop the show and tell someone, like, you keep picking on that motherfucker, get the fuck up here on the stage. Like, he would like call out the people and stuff like that for picking on someone smaller and stuff like that, though. But their shows were just nuts. Their Ozzfest was just crazy. Fires burning, and they were just so heavy. And Vinnie Paul's freaking snare drum sounded like a shotgun going off. Like, boom. Like,
that's like... Oh my God. Like, that's why I love Slayer's my, next to Maiden is my second all-time favorite band, bro. And I remember going to a couple of these festivals in the summer, bro. It's already 800 degrees, but we were right there. And Slayer used a lot of fire on their stage, a lot of fire. So when they talk
about fire in the audience with Pantera.
Oh yeah, no, I've seen people, and especially on the lawn. There's a maelstrom of people in a circle pit on a hillside. People are falling. They're hammer drunk, trying to run up the hill, then down the hill, then up the hill. People lighting their pants on fire and throwing it. Like, it was just the craziest shit. But I mean, when Slayer would hit Hell on oh my God, Hell Awaits, like the fire, they would do this massive firewall, bro, and it would just you felt like you were about to have heat stroke. I would be pouring water on myself. I'd drink as much as humanly possible. But Slayers was one of them bands, and they've done a lot of Ozzfests too. Like, they've done a ton of Ozzfests.
I seen them live here at a club called The Staircase, which is like an intimate club, and I was literally deaf for like a week. And this was back.
Dude, God, no, they don't got the acoustics for them small clubs, bro.
Oh, dude, and I was right in front of Kerry King, and like, the amps, like literally front row, right there. And I remember answering the phone for that week, and I had tinnitus. I couldn't even hear a thing. It was just so loud. Same with BLS at the Crocodile Rock in Allentown. That was also incredible. But but Slayer, though, was just so like literally the sound was pushing me back. Like, it was like,
oh yeah, dude,
in my chest. And then, I was like, holy Christ.
And like, when first time I saw him live, this was like probably 2004. It's the first time I saw Slayer live, and they've always done it up until Repentless came out. They would always open up their set with Disciple, and then it would just soon as that that double bass kicks, like, they're just shredding, bro. Like, it literally just like blows the flesh off your body if you're close, and then forget about what happens to you when they hit like Raining Blood or Angel of Death, bro, or Show No Mercy.
At the show I saw was Raining Blood. They opened with that, and it was just,
dude, my favorite Slayer song, dude, and they don't play it live often, is Dead Skin Mask. That's my favorite Slayer song. And
I just was listening to that yesterday. It's so weird that you bring it up, because I haven't listened to that song in ages, and I listened to it yesterday. Then it's weird. Ever notice that the world works weird like that? I literally haven't listened to that song in years. Listened to it yesterday on the headphones, and then you just bring it up, and nobody's brought that song up to me in years. I don't know. It's just,
that's like a more off the beaten path Slayer song, but it's still one of my favorites, bro. And it's like the same thing. There's so many Ozzy songs. Like, it gets me through. Out of all the times we've seen him, I only saw him play that song once. And that's one of my favorites.
Yeah, that's from Down to Earth, that album right there. It gets me through,
The Almighty Dollar, bro, is a good one.
I love Junkie on that is incredible too. But I love though the could you I gotta do it just because you mentioned the song though. Could you hear this? Did you hear that at all?
Yeah.
Ron, you know what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, I can hear it.
I know, but ready?
Do you want me to get a lighter, or do you want me to put my phone up?
I love that piano intro to that song. Gets me through. That's what I was just rocking there was the piano intro to you name any Ozzy song, I'll play it on piano like that. Like even his vocal parts and stuff. He's the guy that made
yeah, bro. Like I fucking
without Ozzy, I don't know where I'd be. He got me off drugs too. So thank you, Oz.
Yeah, man.
Junkie, that's another great song. And listen to the version on this right here, live at Budokan, because that was around the year that it came out. Unbelievable. It's the band too was Mike Borden from Faith No More, Zach Wilde, not Mike Inez on bass. Oh yeah, Robert Trujillo on bass and Ozzy on vocals, and it was just incredible. What would you say your favorite Ozzy album is, if you had to pick one?
What was it? It's like a new. It's like it's not new, but I think that's the one. The one that's got like Not Going Away on it. It's got Never Gonna Stop. There's so many great tracks, but that was one of my all-time favorites.
Black Scream.
No, Let Me Hear You Scream was like later on. That was like 2009.
No, but you said no. I thought you were saying all my life we're going over the top.
That song, yeah. I'm never gonna stop.
That's on Scream. That's on Scream.
Is it? You sure? I thought it was Black
Rain. On Scream or Black Rain. I'll tell you right now. Definitely on one of those two. If I'm wrong, I'll get rid of this channel for life. The hell's the name of that song though? All my life.
Not going. Wait, no. I don't want to stop.
Yeah, I don't want to stop. Yeah, but it's on Black Rain. Sorry, it's on the album Black Rain, and that song Black Rain I love. Those two albums though, because they were pretty close. Yeah, I don't know what they're talking about. I'm making my own decisions. This thing that I found. Yeah, Black Rain. It's on, and that's a great album. I love you. There's a song on that album. Oh my God, Trapdoor. Listen to Trapdoor on Black Rain. It's so heavy and so like, ooh, I got that album the day it came out and just fantastic. And that was the album after Black Rain came out, I believe after, Jesus, why am I drawing a blank? We were just talking about it. It came out after, why can't I fucking think of band? Why can't I think of names of the albums? It's killing me.
Dude,
you just brought out, you just said it.
What, Let Me Hear You Scream?
No, I can't believe
that came out way later. But then he went back, he was with Ozzy after that, or back to Black Sabbath.
I'm talking about.
So what festivals are you excited for?
Down to Earth. Jesus, gets me through is confusing, but the name of the album's got. Oh, I was wrong. No, I wasn't. It's right. So Black Rain was 2007. So after that, 2001 was Down to Earth, and then Black Rain was 07, meaning real not live albums, and then Scream came out in 2010. That's right. Okay, now what were you asking, buddy? I'm not talking about Memoirs of a Madman or all those that are like compilation of all good songs.
So what are you excited coming up?
What's that?
Is there any festivals that you're excited for or that are coming up or no?
No. Because I probably haven't looked into any of them that's coming up with this film that I'm making and with what's going on with my pops. I haven't seen of any that are, I just fucking miss Ozzfest, man. But no, I don't know. Do you know of any that are coming up?
Yeah, so do I. I'm hoping that they get on it and get it back.
Ozzfest? I think it would be a beautiful. Like, remember we talked about it last time. Huh?
I was hoping you did. Cutting in and out.
Yeah, I think you're delayed. Are you there?
Yeah,
there
I have a little bit of a storm starting over here.
Yeah, you're cutting in and out. Let me do this real quick. All right, now you there?
Yeah, am I moving around or?
Yeah, you're
like,
good.
All right,
go ahead.
I never really checked what festivals are coming up or not, and all those different things.
Me neither. Yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, so sure. Bro, like they haven't had a decent festival since Ozzfest 2010. Mayhem's done, you know, so I don't really have anything to look forward to. Not to mention, not to sound like an old fucking bastard, but I don't know if I have it in me to sit in the hot sun all day.
Well, yeah, be honest. I mean, that's happy. Like when you asked me, I just said no. Like there's not any that I could think of.
Like,
but back to the beginning, man, when I got that on pay-per-view, and it still kills me that I didn't go out there to Birmingham and all that, just because, you know, I thought I'd be back with that final show, though. I just, it just reminds seeing all of our bands that we love and all the people who were there, you know, getting older and Ozzy and sitting down on the throne, man. It's just like my life flashed before my eyes. And I'm like, man, time flies. Time just flies, man, because it feels like yesterday we were just taking the bus up to Ozzfest, and that was back in 2002. So, yeah. But as far as any festivals, am I excited about? No. No, there's some bands I'd love to see and stuff, but there's not a particular one that I could think of that I'm excited to go and see.
Yeah, bro. Like there's just nothing that's really getting my attention like that anymore. You know, individual tours, there isn't barely any of those. Though I am interested. I think Ghost is going on tour again, and I really vibe with them.
Yeah, they were at the they were there at the last show for Ozzy at the Back to the Beginning, and they played
Ghost,
here. And they played.
Ghost has a lot of Sabbath influence in that. Like they remind me somewhere between Sabbath and Blue Oyster Cult.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's a good though. Yeah, and Blue Oyster Cult. So many bands are influenced, you know, obviously by Sabbath, but like I like how you threw in the Blue Oyster Cult in there. Not the biggest, like I don't know the like crazy stuff about Ghost. But from what I heard, what did they play? Did they play Shot in the Dark? No, because J.K. Lee played that. I'm trying to think from the Back to the Beginning show, because there was just so many. There's like super bands come out. Tom Morello, then Steven Tyler came out and he sounded incredible. I was like, holy Christ. And he's like 70 some years old. He was unbelievable. And Pantera, I loved. I get it. Fantera, as people call it. My good friend Dave Hardy always says Fantera. It's a celebration. Everyone's just so critical. Like, he missed out one note. Dude, enjoy it. It's a celebration. They even call it Pantera's celebration, you know? And everyone who's so critical, like, can't even play a fucking string of fucking music. It just makes me laugh. But that's the world we live in, you know? Everyone has a voice on the internet. Not saying I deserve a voice, but it's just the world we live in.
Yeah, like Amy lives, you know, she was saying down near her, there's Rockville. Like they have like this massive festival, and it's actually got a solid ass lineup. It's like 5 days.
Yeah, Amy knows her stuff. Yeah. Thanks. What's up, Amy? In Florida, we have Welcome to Rocksville. Okay, nice. Chris looks good. Always Rev. Adventures with Red. What's up, Adventures with Red?
She got that right.
I'm messing with him, Red. Wait, I'd love to see. Dude, I was messing with you with that Zach Wilde comment. Now I feel terrible for bringing that up. Because I throw curveballs at people.
What would it be? All right, let me ask you this. What would have been we're doing this completely stone sober, like a couple of geezers. I'm drinking coffee. We would have done this hammered drunk at a festival.
Yeah.
So what's the difference? Like, it's like, see, that's the beauty of the metal culture is shit talking, ball breaking, and debate.
I think what you just said right there, I can't argue.
Dude, it's the way we're just happen to do it in the geezer way with Monster Energy drinks, fucking coffee. And, it's like I took my Metamucil before I got started in my vitamins and all that shit, just so I had enough energy and pep, fully prepared to ball break and talk shit with another metalhead. That's just how it goes. Yeah. You got to be ready.
Yeah. No, I know. But I know. But I didn't mean though that I was bringing. But you're right. If I was sitting next to you at a show, I would have said that. Then I'd be like, dude, I'm kidding. But you would have been like, well, to me, listen, it's okay. Everyone has their own. Not everyone has to love what everyone else loves. That's the other beautiful thing. I think we also don't live in a world where people are like, well, why don't you love them, Bobby? You can't help what you like. You like what you like, and say what you want to say. And you know how me and Keith are in our show. We're always raw and honest. And Ozzy
You
Osbourne
have to. Well,
Ozzy
and
was the most raw and honest person, I think, in the world. With the way how he talked. And
I wanted to bring it. I didn't want to waste this conversation, but on the beginning of the episode, when you aired the short from that, he used to run those like parodies right before he would hit the stage at Ozzfest. By far, the greatest.
Go ahead.
Oh my God, bro!
Ready?
Lee.
You're impossibly fast and strong. Your skin is pale white and ice cold. Your eyes change color. And sometimes you speak like you're from a different time.
What's she on about?
I know what you are.
Say it. Out loud.
Vampire.
Vampire? Vampires are pussies. I'm the Prince of fucking Darkness, you fucking dumb bitch.
You won't hurt me.
Oh, do you take it in the ass?
No.
What do you think of these? Pretty cool, huh?
You're beautiful.
Nice.
Yeah, one of those, you mean?
Yes.
I didn't mean to cut you off, but it was just perfect. It was perfect. I had to play it.
They used to run those right before Ozzy with every year, probably like starting in like 06 on. Every time he would take the stage, he would do a parody of whatever was big in the culture, like, at the time. And then he would close it out. 2000, that one was from 2010. In that thing, but they cut it. They didn't do like, I remember he's like, vampires, I'm the Prince of fucking Darkness. And then the shit like blew up.
Well, that was the one I just played. Yeah.
Yeah. That was from 2010.
Yeah. And then there's the, what do you call it though? I mean, for the people that might not have been on in the beginning.
I want to tell you my secret now. I can't stop checking out.
In your dreams? While you're awake? How often?
All the time.
Oh, they're so classic.
Bro, like the Avatar one was good. There was so many of them. There was one where they were doing, he was making fun of Britney Spears.
Yeah, that
like,
one was classic. Yeah.
Oh my God, bro. Like they're legendary.
Oh, it was freaking great. People are like, what the hell did I just watch?
Yep.
Well, what they used to do, folks, is after the final band, let's say Priest was before Ozzy or Sabbath, boom, the lights would go down, and then they would just play about like a 5-minute parody of different stuff, like what you just seen. And then all of a sudden you hear Ozzy going, hey, 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 hey. And then he'd come out and run on the stage. And that's how every Ozzfest pretty much started up until 2000. Well, when the Osbournes was going on, it was so cool, man. They showed him get off the helicopter for montage and like walking in. And then they were showing clips though of like the Osbournes, like when it first came out and stuff. But they really started getting heavy with that. I think you're right. In about like 06, or what year did that movie come out with Bruce Willis?
Oh God, that came out in like 98. You kidding me? Like Sixth Sense, yeah, and that came out in like 98. Like, but yeah, man, like that shit was like a staple, dude. In Ozzfest, I look forward to those every year.
You would hear me laughing in this live. I know. And then you get your ass kicked by Ozzy right after. And it was like a little comedy bit. And then freaking boom, he'd come out and just freaking, whether it was Sabbath or him, it was incredible though. But I had to do that, man. I didn't mean to cut you off, but when you said those parodies, I'm like, oh, I got 2 ready right here. Bing.
like
every week, Chris. Every week when we do this, we're gonna start out the show though, like with one of his new parodies. Like,
we'll have to just start shooting parodies of us doing those things.
Okay, Phil, I don't know how we're going to be able to fly around then. Carrie, what's her name, around with banging her in the ass or whatever the hell he was doing there for Twilight. Dude, he could have been a freaking comedian too. He's like one of the funniest human beings ever. I mean, just, not even like trying either. Bill Ward from if you ever seen the DVD, Don't Blame Me, Ozzy Osbourne, it's fantastic. I have it. Bill Ward's like, the fucking guy could have been a fucking comedian if he didn't want to be a fucking rock star. But he's just so fucking funny. And I think what makes him so funny is just his pure honesty. Like, he had no filter. He didn't try to say this. Like, one of his favorite bands, he said at one time, he's like, I like to listen to ABBA. And it just shows you, like, how someone will ask you about a band and some people might have to like pretend to know them to feel hip or to feel whatever. Like, Ozzy was just like, he didn't care. Like, like he would just say like, oh yeah, like some people just agree, like, yeah, I love Megadeth, and they can't name one album or stuff to feel hip or whatever. I love his pure, genuine honesty. And he's just funny as fuck, dude. Funny as fuck.
There I am.
What, you got a storm out your way? You're not too far from me. I'm Pennsylvania. You're Connecticut. You're about what?
Yeah, it was overcast all day. It must be starting up or something. So,
hold on. I want to make sure. And chicken tenders. Witchy Woman's. What is this? Yeah. Ozzy for president. Love that one. LOL. What on earth is going on right now? That was always the intro to Ozzfest. That was always the intro to Ozzfest up until I believe what you said. But they must have done that then around though when 6 Sense came out though too though, because why would they wait though 12 years later to have that, because it was always something that was like happening now, like Twilight when they did it, because Twilight was big and known and all that shit, the one that we just watched and all that type of stuff. But yeah, I fucking love those things, man. And when I found them, I'm like, I gotta play those every week, though, man. At least one new one every week with me and Chris do this Ozzfest show.
Yeah, dude. There's always, Twilight was trash, but
yeah, Ozzy. I think that's what Ozzy's saying. Yeah, they're making fun. Yeah,
he broke like all the balls. He broke everybody's balls with those, and I have one saved. Somebody I know recorded the Ozzfest 2010 over here, and I've saved it on my computer, so I'll have to send it to you. But it was like there were so many people that were traveling with that tour. You could tell that year because when he said the Prince of fucking Darkness thing, like everybody said it along with him, like they seen it before, like.
He's like, fuck
so it was
you vampires are pussies. I'm the fucking Prince of Darkness, you fucking stupid bitch. Oh, it's so great. I love it. And that's what I mean, man. Festivals like that, man, they're not. We lived at a good time, though, man, that we at least got to see that. And I used to always think I wanted to be born in 1950 so I could have grew up with all the great bands. But at least Sabbath reunion I saw. I got to see Judas Priest, got to see Maiden, I got to see, Slayer, got to see all of them, like pretty much almost all the great bands. I didn't get to see Jimi Hendrix and stuff like that, but Ozzfest did that too. Another great thing about Ozzy, before even Ozzfest, Metallica, Master of Puppets, that tour in '86, I believe, that's, put them huge on the map. He helped out so many bands. Motley Crue. He helped out Motley Crue. And then Ozzfest, though, gave so many bands their place in being recognized, and which is huge. He's responsible for doing that as well. And many bands will tell you that.
Yeah, man. There's so many great. There's so many.
With what he just said, he's right.
No, Rev's 100% right. And these youngsters.
Dude, these girls now, they walk into like not the Gap, but Hollister, and they buy a Megadeth shirt, and they don't even know like who Megadeth or Nirvana or whoever is, and they wear it because it's the trending like,
Listen,
yeah.
I could smell them motherfuckers a mile away, dude.
Oh,
like when they roll into, first off, like there's a vast majority of heavy metal women, bro, that look like Zangief from Street Fighter. Like, you know, we're a very homely crowd, okay? You know, but
go to a Guns N' Roses concert. Leopard skin.
But see, then there's, you know, you get these women that show up and like they just wear everything ironically, like, and they're bitching because it's like you're this thing. It's like, you know how long of a day this is? How fucking it's 800 degrees. You're bitching because your fucking heels are falling into the asphalt, and it's the same thing with guys. Like you see these clowns, these roll in there looking like Pauly D from Jersey Shore, and then they're crying because they got dirt on your sneakers. Bro, throw your temper tantrum over at the shore, not over here, because this crowd will kill you.
They'll kill you. Yeah, you're like wrong place, pal. Wrong place.
Yeah. It's like, I promise you, you know, there isn't going to be a DJ booth firing up, and if it is, it's going to be Andrew WK getting wild, you know, on there. Like, and that's. Oh my God! And Andrew WK, I was kind of upset. I was a little bit bummed. Last time I saw Black Sabbath was in 2000, right before my daughter was born, and the opening act for it, I was stoked because it said Andrew WK, and I was like, "Damn, bro, this is gonna be sick." I haven't seen this guy in years. And all he did was he ran a DJ booth. That's it. He sampled songs. He was like remixing Ozzy stuff, and he did a good job, but. It's still like I wanted to see, you know, Party Hard, bro. Like, you know, I wanted to see.
He's different than Pauly D and stuff. He's one though that, like, you know, he's a dirtball like us.
Oh yeah, bro. Like, have you seen him when he did the news? He went on a news thing and he's like, doing like giving the weather report. The dude's crazy. Like, I freaking love him. Like, you know, it's another band I remember seeing. I don't know if they ever made it to Ozzfest. They had to have. Was Alien Ant Farm. Kind of punk.
Yeah, I know who they are. I'm just trying to think if they made it to an
Ozzfest. They did that cover of Smooth Criminal. They were a solid band. I remember Thing up in Connecticut. And there was another band that I know was on Ozzfest once or twice. Do you remember Ra? Known for that song, Do You Call My Name? That was their big one.
Alien Ant Farm was on the Ozzfest 2001 tour and featured on a 2001 Ozzfest sampler CD. Yep, they were. 2001 Alien Ant Farm.
Like, you know, but like Ra was another one. Did you remember Ra? They were another band that it was just RA. They were known for a song. It had so much radio play. It was called "Do You Call My Name."
I'm sure if I heard the song, but I'm not going to lie and say I remember Ra. R.A. I thought you were asking about wrestling Ra for a second. Ra. No.
And I can't take it anymore. Like, oh my God, that song was fucking great, dude.
And they were at Ozzfest, you said?
I'm pretty sure. They think they were on 2002, maybe 3.
And is the name Do You Call My Name?
That's the name of the song, but the band was called Ra. This song was like...
One of the most overpriced things I have ever seen be sold.
I am on my other account, not my premium account. Here it is.
Aggressive commercial? Like...
No, I don't know.
Or the radio...
This one's called Rod. Do You Call My Name? But
that's the one. But oh my God, they were good, man. They were really sick. Same with speaking of Egyptian themed bands. One of the best bands I remember. I caught them. I don't remember what tour I caught them on, but Nile. They were a huge death metal band.
I know who Nile is. Yeah, I know who they are.
Nile.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, bro.
And who was the guy that jumped out of the toilet at Ozzfest? I think he's dead now. He was, I think it was Limp Bizkit playing. He jumped out of the toilet. He was fucking nuts. but funny as hell. And it was, oh my God, what was his name? I think he's passed on. You would know if I said it. I'll figure it out by after the show and text it to you because I'm not going to keep looking at my phone. No, but when Limp Bizkit had the big toilet and he jumped out of it naked and the cops were chasing him all over, he ended up running into Ozzy's dressing room and they hit him out until the cops were gone. But oh my God, what was the guy's name? It's killing my head. If anyone out there knows, please tell me. But yeah, you know. Who else did I see at Ozzfest? Manson, freaking Korn, like you. I know. Are you not a big System fan? You got to give Jack Osbourne credit too, though, dude. Jack Osbourne was the one though that had a lot of those bands though too that you know came out on Ozzfest to play, like you know the early.
Well, Jack found he found all the new sounds, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
He found all those new sounds, and that's like a lot of people don't realize that with Ozzfest is a lot of them bands they got their play and their turn because they were featured on like opening act bands, second stage, and then it just erupted. Like Slipknot, you know, Cold Chamber, or like you know, and Dez Fafara he's probably played more Ozzfest than any other band.
Yeah,
like whether it was with Cold Chamber or Devil Driver, like he was on like damn near all of them.
Looking for my normal glasses now. These lights are blinding, man. I don't know what kind of light you use, but Jesus.
I just have a desk lamp pointed the other way, but we're gonna do that, and then I'm gonna get sophisticated with you. So now
you're like this.
So
70s would have been a good time, Kilo. Absolutely. Hold on, Resonance. I did get to see Kiss on their first farewell tour, 6th row from the stage left center. See what Gene Simmons said about Ozzy? I was shocked because usually he's very arrogant or whatever. He's like, I couldn't shine his shoes. I also see Andrew WK on the Wolf Tour and hung out with him after the show for about an hour. Yeah, he's a greasy looking fucker. He's a dirtball like us. I like him. Now, when I say that, I'm obviously not making fun of him. I'm saying dirtball like us. And we're not dirtballs. But
this is disrespectful terms are terms of endearment when it comes to this genre.
Listen, if I don't love you or whatever, then the people who I love are the people who I call like cocksucker, fuck you. This is like they're people I love. You know what I mean? That's how we talk. And, that's that. But we live in a world like, oh my God, I'm offended. Like,
forget that crap. It's like, listen, like if you call me and you don't call me a prick bastard at least once, I don't like you. Because it's at least acknowledging that I am an asshole. I'm an asshole, and I'm happy with being an asshole. And I will not change for anyone.
Thank you. Yes, thank you. Lynn Straight, also known as Snot. Thank you, Adventures with Red. Appreciate you. That's it, Snot. You remember Snot?
No, and I'm not gonna. I might look up that video though with my own peril.
I'll send it to you though. It's when he jumps out.
I bet you would. I am gonna forget about it probably, and then I'm gonna hit the message and be like, "Why is Loomis sending me a guy buck nude running around a stage? Like, what the hell's going on?"
98. LOL. Yeah, Snot. And he ran into Ozzy's dressing room though because the cops were chasing. He was buck naked. He jumped out of the toilet bowl, and that was the year after Sabbath's reunion in 97. But and that's his name. Thank you very much, Adventures with Red. View at your own risk, he says. But I bet they don't have it though exactly as, shit'll be blurred out and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Who remembers Wendy O. Williams? I remember Wendy Williams. You're cutting out, buddy.
Bro.
I'm trying to look at the Snot video, but you're cutting out. Are you still there?
Wasn't that talk show?
Huh? No. What are you talking about? The talk? You're thinking of Wendy Williams. Oh, I think he's cut out. Let me do this again. Uh-oh. Chris, if you can hear me, just there you are. There he is. All right, what were you saying?
You know what? It's because I talk shit about
Wendy. We were thinking of Wendy Williams, the black host, right?
I don't know who it was. I just thought it was a talk show host. Like,
no,
I
there's
remember
Wendy O. Williams that actually sings songs. There's one called like Fucking Roll or something like that, though. But Wendy O. Williams, Resident knows his stuff.
Do you remember?
Do I remember who?
Mentioned him not that long ago. That was big on Ozzfest. Remember Kitty?
Say that again, buddy.
They were huge, late 90s. You remember Kitty?
Yeah. Yeah.
Kitty. Like they were on they were on a ton of Ozzfest. Yeah. Like my wife reminded me of them like maybe like a month
whatever
ago.
happened to certain that was wow. That's a blast from the past. Blast from the past.
Oh my god, that era, bro. There was like the late 90s had a very great and strange collection of bands.
Oh,
like remember that there was like you had this is
God.
We had Rammstein that came out late 90s. You had Korn. You had Static X is making the scene, getting started. Mudvayne, Slipknot, like Kitty. Like there was so many Manson. There was all these strange. It was a very strange era for music, like late 90s to early 2000s. Weird era, and Ozzy got all of them going.
And how about Ozzy though was relevant though for all those? Do you know how hard that is to do? To be relevant from 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s to 2010s, and even till now.
Till he died. Like,
I mean, that's not everyone can say that. That's unbelievable.
Yeah, of course, dude, and he's always gonna be relevant. He's like, that's never even long while we're all dead and gone and forgotten about. Ozzy's legacy will remain.
And that's what's beautiful. I always say, even though it's sad that he passed on, like, at least though we have the art and the footage, all the footage though of him though that is still out there. And I just been watching the show like when he was, I'm sure his son Jack loves the fact though that did you ever see that show when him and Jack go like across the country and they're visiting different places?
No, but I did watch Jack Osbourne talk about ghosts and Bigfoot with him.
Yeah, well, yeah, but that might have been a clip from that. But there's also a show. It's called Jack and Ozzy's, I think, Wild Adventures or something. It was on A&E though, but it's a good time. And they go.
I'll have to watch that. That sounds pretty good.
They go to like Mount Rushmore. They go to John Lennon's. They went to Cuba with these. It's just so good. It's. I'm sure that Jack himself is just like so happy though that he did that though. Just the time that he had though. It was just him and Ozzy. And they went to like the craziest places, like, some nuclear bomb facility. And because Ozzy's a crazy historian with like war, like, World War II stuff and all that type of stuff. And but it's like the Osbournes, but instead it's just Ozzy and Jack and they're driving around and Jack would knock on the hotel door and be like, all right, you ready? And then Ozzy would go with them. It was just a great show. It's on YouTube. You can watch. And what's cool is that every episode of the Osbournes and every episode of that, I believe, right after Ozzy died, the family just released on YouTube for everyone to watch. So they're all up on there. And it's a great series, man. Great series. And like what I was just saying, it's sad that he passed, but we have the art for forever. We have the footage forever. And then when we're gone, the other people, he's immortal. Like, he'll never, in essence, he'll never die, Yes.
No.
in human form, okay. But not once was there ever a public figure though that made me like cry. Like so many people texted me, "Are you okay, Loomis? Are you okay?" I'm getting choked up thinking about it now because I remember the day I woke up and it happened, and I was just like, "No." Same year I lost my dog Ozzy too, and we're about to lose my pops. So it's just 2025 could go fuck off in my case.
Yeah, 2025 can suck my ass, like frankly, but there's a lot of great things involved here. There's a lot of I'm very happy about this certain things this year, but I mean, there's a lot of other elements.
Yeah, no, I was just saying, the world doesn't revolve around me, obviously. I'm just saying, that I remember when Ozzy did his last show, I was like, well, it's kind of fitting for my dog Ozzy because Ozzy played his last show, and that was the year my dog died at 13 in January of this year. And then he ends up really passing. I'm like, damn. And then what's going on with my pops. So it's just like, for me, I'm saying 2025 fucking sucks ass. But What are you gonna do? It is what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, I have all these with all these other great things I have going on, it's just other stuff just overshadows it. That's life, though, man. Life's tough, man. Life's not easy. You know,
life does not give a rat's ass, but metal will make you feel better.
That's it, man. That's it. And you know, and it's just, I love what you said too about like the community of people that, like, you know, you just always knew would be there, and you'd see them again at like Ozzfest, and it was like your people again. Like, you know, the way you described Ozzfest on the first episode we did was perfect. And I have a little short of it, but you were always saying like you would always know when you'd run into like this person or that person, and then like when you know, then you mention the second stage, get all banged out, and then all of a sudden, you know, relax at the end of the night for Ozzy and Sabbath. It was just, I think, the perfect words or statement for Ozzfest. You know, the way you put that. It's our tribe.
It's 100% our tribe. And you know what the best thing about all these things is when you're feeling like shit, when you are feeling at your lowest, I don't give a fuck what went wrong in your life, you put on a fucking metal album and just sit. Like for me, I'll fucking light some fucking candles, bro. Fucking incense back in the day, you know, and I would just vibe to that shit, bro. Like I have a Bible. You know what? I'm gonna introduce you to my Bible of heavy metal. This is, I believe in physical media.
If anyone wants to ever be on the show, email the show at OzzyOsbourneTributePage.com. Anyone's welcome to come on. All right, buddy.
This is, I named this Pandora long before Pandora was a thing. So you owe me fucking money. But yeah, the box, as you can see, is just loaded front to back. Everything is listed in, wait a minute. There you go. It's too damn dark. Let me turn the fucking light on because it's so damn dark.
Yeah, that'll help, pal.
Now I'm not so fucking mysterious. But look at this.
Oh, yeah.
Like just all the way to the end. Everything is in alphabetical, chronological order of release. And that was my shit, bro. And I used to hate myself when I would be like, oh shit, I got this band starts with the letter A. So now I have to sit here and shift the entire fucking book
over
to make it work. But
that's dedication. I like it. What are you sorry for?
That is the best part.
Amy said she's sorry. I want to know why she's sorry.
I don't know.
Did she say something?
What are you apologizing for, lady?
Lady. Her name's Amy. But and she seems pretty cool and knows.
No, Amy's one of my greatest friends. Like she's the best.
You know her. Oh, okay. You know her.
Yeah, she's a good friend of mine. She's over there she's a partner with me over on the Bones, and she's we work together over there with the Avenger.
Oh, okay. Nice.
So same with the Senator Revsecutioner down there.
Look at man, Resident. Do you know? Also, you know Resident Revsecutioner.
Oh yeah, man! It's going to be one of my mods when I go start doing the lives.
Yeah, he knows this stuff. I like him too. You know,
oh, Rev's great, man. He's the best.
Do you know?
He's actually a reverend too.
Nice. Do you know Kilo 19?
Nope. But I appreciate you being here.
Yeah. Do you know Witchy Woman?
I do not. Again, appreciate you being here.
Amen. So do I. Everyone know that's here watching. Thank you very much. And sorry, you're good, Chris. I remember Rise Against was a club band. I remember Rise Against. They're a female vixen.
Rise Against, yeah, that does sound. It sounds a little bit familiar, but I read that.
Yeah, you'll know who they are.
Were they like? They were like the thing like what a couple years ago. Aren't they moderately new?
No, Rise Against. I'll tell you when they came out. I mean, I'm not an expert on them or anything, but I know who they are. I can't believe they brought up Wendy O. Williams. Not Wendy Williams, O. Williams. Rise Against. They came out. Well, their YouTube started in 2006. They've been out for a while, man. at least 20 years, I'd say, maybe a little less. That's what blows my mind out when he did that from Snot. That's almost 30 years ago already. Oh my God. Where does the time go, folks? Where does it go? Don't take it for granted. Appreciate the live stream. We appreciate you watching, my man. This is just fun to just let loose every Monday. This channel will always have content with Ozzy shorts and with some little mini documentaries I'm putting together. But we like to just talk to the subscribers, whoever wants to come in every Monday, just to have fun and talk about Ozzy and all that. Oh, your dog passing. Thank you very much, Amy Powers. I really do, though, appreciate that, though. And you know, things happen though for a reason, so I can't be like that though, bummed out though. But there she is right there. Ozzy, January 23rd. And that was my child. That was my child. But I don't have any kids. I'm 44 and single, but I'm saying though, she'd always be on my lap. Yes, it was a female, but I still named her Ozzy. I said, I'm getting a dog that's black and I'm naming it Ozzy. Female or not, you know, female or the name was Ozzy. Here, what happened was there was a female and a male. I said, whichever one comes to me close. And this dog's like from Cuba, expensive dog, but a small little lap dog. And the female walked to me and I said, well, your name's still Ozzy. So that's that. But I miss her, man. I miss her so much. Dog. I don't call them dogs or pets, man. They're family, you know? Now I'm getting all choked up. That's our new rooster's name. Nice Adventures at Red. Guess who else in rock history passed away the same day as Ozzy? You talking about the jazz musician? Oh, or what's her name? No, I know this. I think a lot of people passed away at that time. It was Ozzy. 2 days later was Hulk Hogan. But before Ozzy, there was the jazz musician. Why can't I think of his name? And then there was the girl, Connie Williams. There was, I don't know if it was the same exact day, but you can let me know, resident secutioner. And do people would get all mad at me? I put up a little Ozzy tribute thing, and they'd be like, "Where's the one for this?" Bro, I'm like, Jesus, dude, I'm sorry, you know how social media is, Chris.
Yeah, you're never happy. They're never happy. They're miserable all the time.
For a problem, they just wanted because everyone in the world has a voice now online. And I'm not saying I deserve one, but I don't abuse it. I at least try to be respectful. And this Chuck Mangione, yes. Chuck Mangione is the one the jazz musician, the trumpet player who passed away. Connie Williams also passed away. A lot of people passed. Someone else just passed yesterday. Oh, Hesh from The Sopranos. That's right.
Oh, Hesh, yeah. There's I saw Hesh. There was a bunch of other ones there's too many deaths in the last month. I mean, you got Theo Huxtable over there from the Cosby Show. You got Ozzy. You had freaking. Yeah, you had the goddamn Hulkster die.
George Clinton,
for God's sakes.
Guitarist of Golden Earring also passed. I did not know that. Was that the same day that Ozzy passed? I was just so they sang Twilight Zone and Radar Love. I was just what, and that's what it was because I my friend Chris texted me if you passed away. Be like, are you okay? Blah, blah, blah. I lost one of my best friends, my cousin who I didn't talk to in years. He sends me a message the same night. I'm so sorry. And some people might laugh at that because, maybe I didn't personally know the man, but I feel like I did because he helped me through so much. And when I was in rehab, my mantra was, if Ozzy could do it, I could do it. It helped me more in the AA book. So, and I'm going on 4 years. So.
Man, you know what? First and foremost, I'm proud of you for, being sober and you're still being here to do this thing and you're still working and still grinding. And I know, like I said it to you the other day, I know what you and Keith are doing is going to be so helpful and so impactful to so many people.
I appreciate that, brother.
And let me tell you something. Anybody that wants to shit on you for your passions or whatever your drive or whatever got you through some dark shit, they can go fuck themselves. And that's coming directly from me.
I appreciate
some kind of a life raft, a safety net, and whether that comes at music, painting, reading books on homicidal maniacs. If that's what brings you peace, then they can kiss you. They can fuck right off. It's none of their business. You know,
Well, yeah.
They can go back and do whatever trivial bullshit. But you know what the thing is? If that's your jam, and Ozzy got you through some deep shit, it resonates different with you because it affected your life in an impactful way, more than just a song on a record. It makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He made me a musician too. Like he made me a musician. He made me like, you know, just so many things. Like, I don't know. I would always just cling on to him whenever times got like tough and stuff. And it helped me. So I don't care. People want to say whatever they want.
Yeah,
And
they're going to say it regardless.
You get the jag out dude. I'd be like, oh, well, you're starting this channel. Are you trying to cap? First off, I started this channel 2 days before Ozzy passed. And the first video I put up, check the date, is 2 days before he passed with Ozzy and Zach Wilde talking to Nikki Sixx. I was already doing this, but not that I need to give anyone an explanation, but I'll never monetize on this. This is just a tribute. I'm giving my time. I'm not making money doing this. This is.
And I was number one. God damn it! I was number one. First sub. And I was on the phone with you when you made this thing. Like, it was great. But you know what the thing is? This structure is going to draw the metal community to a space. As it grows, as people like invite your friends, bring them here. It's like there will be embrace what this community is about.
Yeah, that's the goal. That's the goal. And I tell everyone else too,
just
like, it's not even my channel. Anyone else could come on. You don't need to be famous. You don't need to be this or that. Anyone wants to come on.
It's a common ground.
Yeah.
Amy said it the best, like, right.
You're cutting out a little bit again, buddy. Not your fault.
It's all right. I was holding position.
Okay. I didn't want you to think I was ignoring you or nothing. I just
I couldn't hear it.
I could hear you. You there?
No, it's Can you hear me? Am I moving?
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to
like that.
This is damn internet.
What do you got? Shitty Wi-Fi? You got to get the ultimate package, the high speed. You probably have it. Mine screws up a lot too.
Doing updates and shit too in this area. Yeah. So that might play a role because I didn't lag up at all last time.
No, last time, no, man. You were rocking. The whole thing was rocking fine. It's not your fault. It's just the internet. This shit happens. Shit happens. Especially when you do lives, man. Lives are tough because, you know, I want to get to every comment. I want to, you know, you never know what's going to go wrong and this or that. Pre-records, I just edit. They're no problem. But I like doing the lives because I want to talk to people from, you know, the chat, and you, obviously, and anyone who's in the chat is more than welcome to come on the show anytime they want. And as long as you're a fan of Ozzy, that's the only criteria. Black Sabbath. Uh-oh. Well, we're already going on 2 hours, so we're probably going to wrap this one up. Because I got to travel to Jersey tomorrow. No, Wednesday, actually, but I got to get ready for Keith's show tomorrow. Could you hear me?
Can you hear me? Am I back? Am I alive?
You're half alive. Say it again.
I can't tell.
No, you're coming in and out.
I don't know what's going on. They've been updating this shit. They were like, Comcast sucks. I'm gonna call them and cuss them out afterwards while blasting like music in the background.
You're good. You're good. You're back.
All right. Oh, I wasn't sure.
Thank you, Amy. Well, the reason why I share that though is because other people are struggling out there, and I just want them to know that they're not alone. That shit's hard. You know, you got that little voice in your head constantly, bing, bang, boom, but it does get though a lot. It stops yelling, bing, bang, boom, every 30 seconds as time progresses and you work on yourself. But yeah, I'll never hide that shit. I'm not embarrassed about it either because it happened. It is what it is. I'm not proud of it, but if I could help one person, then that's all that matters. So thank you, Amy. Chris still needs shades. Got to go with your shades now, buddy.
Well, you're getting sophisticated, me, Rev, and you can accept it.
I know. I went like this, no glasses. These ring lights right here, folks, they kill you.
yeah, they're ruthless, bro.
Kill you. Yeah. That's like an 18-inch round roll one, though. Look at you. Look at, I love how every time I put something on, you do it. You match me up, buddy. I got to just slick my hair back next time. I got to get it to, or maybe I'm going to go back to this. You think I'm thinking about it? Should I go back with the long hair or no? Should I go back to that look, jet black hair?
Yes, you should. Yes, with the full bandana. Who thinks Loomis should grow a full beard?
I'm actually fully shaved right there. But some of my lady friends, not like in a sexual way though, they always tell me to shave this. Linda tells me to shave it all the time. You know, Linda's like, shave that. She's like, my father would have yanked that right off your face.
I bet he would have.
And you know what I'm talking about because you're friends.
I do.
But no, she's great, man. She's great. We're going out to dinner with Larry Roll at next week up in Staten Island, so that should be a good time.
Nice. Give her my best, man.
Yeah, no. She when you reached out to her for interviewing her brother, that shows how much class you had. Like, you know, you didn't have to do that. And she kept telling me that. She's like, wow, I can't believe he, you know, let me know. Like, hey, I'm not trying to say anything bad about your family or just like, that was very classy, man. That's when I knew, man, you were like a real one. Like, you know, there's not a lot of real ones in here. They all just are for themselves. They want to step over people. They want to talk trash on other people. They want to bring them down all the time. You're classy. That's a rare thing in this podcasting internet age, you know?
And I'll never sacrifice that for anybody. Period. I will always be like, I am who I am, and I won't compromise for anybody.
Grow it out.
Yep. See? Yep. We got a beard. We got a beard request.
February 8th, Rev. Proud of you. What did I miss Rev say? I have a nearly a year and 8 months clean from opiates. God, dude, congratulations, because that was my problem too, was the opiates. Almost lost my leg.
Love
too,
you, buddy.
As you could see, not to gross anyone out, but yeah, I almost lost that. That wasn't fun. That wasn't fun. 3 surgeries in 5 days, Chris. And the last one, they told me you might wake up without a leg. I'm like, oh, that's great. Thank you. Give me some more fucking ketamine right now. You know what I mean? But thank God, though, I woke up. Thank God, though, I woke up, though. And I'm like, yes, I still have my leg. But yeah, it was bad. That was during COVID. I went out of my mind, and fentanyl killed all my best friends, brother, everything. And it's disgusting. So be careful out there, folks. You can't buy drugs off the street anymore because you never know what's in them. People are selling Xanax the fentanyl in them. Why? Like, why are you killing people? And if there's no street code, because we both know a lot of gangsters, legitimate like Italian mafia gangsters, and there's no street code for anyone who's selling fentanyl on the streets. Break their fucking face with a baseball bat. You know, that's what I say. Don't get me started on
Amy, I am not shaving my beard. That ain't happening. You might feel better yourself, Amy, grow a beard.
Well, I got a little bit.
Wisdom.
Got the goatee.
This is, I think I vote you full beard, looking like, you know, Zach Wilde. Yeah, like right out there.
No, you didn't like him.
Well, he's a fucking cocksucker, but respect the facial hair, you know, a beard.
How could you say that, though? How could you say that?
Easy,
Zach.
You know, I opened my mouth, the words came out, and it's that easy. I just,
I love him. I absolutely love him. But hey, I love your honesty, buddy.
It's like, you know what? I respect his body of work.
Yeah. I think he's great.
You know, and I respect his body of work. I just think that he's an arrogant asshole. Who spends more time on the stage doing a solo rather than respecting his bandmates.
You're entitled to that opinion. I don't know if anyone told you that, but you're allowed to have that.
That's the beauty of this thing. Like I said, we're doing it in the geezer approach with coffee. You know, yeah, I mean, it's like if we were at the crowd, I could say this stuff. You could stab me. We're okay. We're going to drink afterwards. a little bit of blood on the table. Forget about it.
I might have to stab you though for talking about Zach though, because I love Zach. So you might have to get just a little one in the leg. That's all.
My left leg sucks. So yeah, right there, be all right.
Real recognizes real. Absolutely. Are you telling me to shave it, Amy, or are you telling Chris to shave it?
It's got to be you, because I know she's not going to talk that way.
Nah, but I look like a Simpsons character, though, man, without facial hair. Like, look around my. That's before though. My jaw though got broken in the cage fight though. But now when I shaved though, I was actually a lot heavier there though too. Dude, when I walked up to him, dude, there was literally like an aura of light around this guy. I never get freaking what do you call it? What's that word when you meet a celebrity? I never get like that. You know, I met many of them. I talked to many well-known people, as do you. And my point being is I never got like that except for Ozzy. Ozzy was the exception. To me, he's bigger than life. Like, look at me. Obviously, even though I was a keyboard player, I obviously fucking was influenced by Ozzy. That was back in 2004 or 5, I believe. But I was more punchier then. So maybe my thing.
That's you?
Yeah, that's me right here. You can't tell that's me? That's me, brother. With Original Sin, the band.
Like one of the actors from that movie Pet Cemetery, the second one, whatever Furlong.
Yeah. Well, no, that's me, bro. That's definitely me. And how about when I went to the Cali, I had to take some shots over the fence. That's the actual Osbourne house where they did the show. I was taking some pics of that. And then I went to Lemmy's mural. You know, Lemmy died 17 days after his last show, too, which is, and they were great friends.
You know what? That makes me sad, bro, because I only got to see Motorhead once, bro. And
yeah. At least you got to see him, buddy.
It's still like he played all the usual ones, and it wasn't like a super long set. Like it was only like maybe 8 songs, or
Dude, he was just unbelievable. There's the Oz, the last show. But he was, I love doing that picture. It says it all. If I don't know if you ever seen it with Ozzy in this chair, but I'll put it up next show. He's just giving the finger like to the camera. And it just makes you wonder, like, do you think he knew that? You think he held on for that show? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's my father. My father who's passing with, he said the same thing, because he said that, like, you know, when you have something noted to that you're passionate about and going, because he should have been gone like over a year ago, but he's still here, and his passion is like, you know, grandchildren and doing other certain stuff though. But if you don't have a passion, you're gone. But he told Pierce Morgan, and it was like 5 years. He did one show in between. It was like a halftime thing for a football thing. But he said to Pierce Morgan, if it kills me, I'm gonna get back up on that stage. And then he finally does after a 5-year layoff, and then just goes 17 days later. It's like
even the structure of it, bro. It's the structure of that whole set. It was like a funeral. Like a living funeral.
Okay, but let's be honest. And I know that this is going to sound a little harsh. Maybe like if family of him heard this, but I don't think, maybe not. I think, though, that the way he went out, though, in a way is beautiful. He got to, imagine if it happened before that show. Like, he got to go out doing what he loved. How many people could say that?
Not many.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
You know what, man? I honestly think the happiest moment for that man would have been if he played a set and died on the fucking stage. Like, he would have been fine with it. You know,
well, yeah.
I think right at the end of the set.
Before. I think he said that in an interview before. Like,
I've seen, like, I remember him saying at a fucking Ozzfest, and it was Ozzfest 2007, whatever year where the free one was. I remember him saying that, you know, because there was debate on whether or not he was getting rid of us, like, you know, stop doing the festival. And there was a gap. You know, it was 2 years where they weren't doing them. They were single shows in Japan, one in Texas. But I remember him saying, I'm going to fucking die on this stage.
Yeah. And that's what he would want. And and a lot of people are always being like, oh, you know, his wife's just throwing him out there, though, for money. No, Ozzy, that's all he knew. Remember, now he did a tour called the No More Tours when the album No More Tears came out. And then I think he was home for about a year or to, and he's like, fuck this, I can't be retired or whatever, that he's the one that wanted to be out there on the stage. And it's just 17 days right after, man. It's like same as Lemmy, but it's like it makes you think like
look, like
it had to be like he held on. Like it's just so incredible. I mean, that's the way to go, man.
The thing is with the tour business is, there's no more tours. They talk about stuff like that. He's just one more, like every big band in history. This is the final tour. This is the final tour. That's followed by 85 more farewell tours. Look at, for Christ's sake, Slayer probably did 8 legs of the farewell tour that were separate tours in themselves.
Yeah. Well, it's a nice centerpiece right there, but go ahead.
It is. Here, hold on. There we go. Now,
no. Go to the other way. Go the other way.
What do you mean?
You went the wrong way. Go the other way. There you go. There you are. Now a little more. There it is. A little more. No, towards the other way. Go to your left. There. Stop. Jesus Christ, Chris. Look at the camera and see when your face is on it.
I can see. Like I'm centered up in the middle. Like,
yeah, you're not, but that's okay.
Here, I will, just to prove a point, what from my field of vision at least.
Now you are, yeah.
Oh, damn, you took it off.
Oh, here. But there, go look at it. Go look at it. You'll see what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If you're wrong. See how you see me and you see how you see one of your eyeballs?
This is what I see, and I'm going to send it to you. I'm making a video clip. By the way. So yeah. So, got to keep it rocking.
There you are.
With the phone.
Oh, you sent me this?
I'm making a video clip, by the way. This is what I see.
Oh, wow. I'm actually off kilter. You're right. Oh, we fuck around on here. No, that was perfect. But anyway, though, screw this magazine right here. I mean, he was on the cover of People. That's great and all. He got like a 4-page spread. Heidi Klum got 5. Dude, Newsweek from the start. There's not even one ad page in this thing. Get it now, folks, while you can, all the way to the back. Not one ad page. They did a hell of a job. Newsweek. Round of applause to them. Rolling Stone was good, and then the other metal magazine I got in the other room was great, though, too. But, yeah, Newsweek, though, if you see it, pick it up. From front to back. Now, look what he says. I have a genuine love affair with my audience when I'm on stage. They're not privileged to see me. It's a privilege for me to see them. Amen. Guy loved his fans. There you are. Now we're perfect.
Well, see, like it's just like I look like I'm peeking out from behind the picture, so it's just kind of like.
No, I know, but I just love that though. Guy had the best smile in the world. But anyway, let's finish up though with some comments here. We've already been on over 2 hours though, and close the closet. LOL, Amy.
I ain't hiding shit from nobody. You want to see my Jurassic Park shirts? Like,
Oh, man. Close the closet. I'm getting one. Yeah, Witchy Woman, get on it. Newsweek while it's out. 2 rolls to your left. Red, go save them. No, we're just having fun. We have fun here. But listen, folks. Yeah, get that Newsweek, though, one. That one's beautiful. There's other. Rolling Stone was good. And then there was another one that just came out. Actually, that Ozzy's page released saying it. I still have to get that one, though. But this is going to be a weekly little Monday night thing talking about Ozzfest, Ozzy, the bands from Ozzfest with Chris here, who has a podcast called Roll the Bones Podcast. The link in the description, and I'll put it in the comments now. Because remember I told you I couldn't tag you on it, buddy? I don't know what that was about.
Yeah, me neither.
But well, it just comes up naturally for me because I always look it up though. But here it is. Hold on, roll the bones. No, that's not you. Roll the bones. What? I was like, what the hell? That's not Chris.
It damn well could be. Was that D&D podcast?
No, it's Roll the Bone podcast, and I hit send, and then roll the bones. It just says roll the bone. Oh, here you are. I'm sorry. There's Greg. Share. Copy link. And then I'm going to go to our thing, into the void. And then I'm going to go to the live. And then I'm going to hit episode 2. Dude, how come it doesn't even say that it's on live right now? Are we even live?
Yeah, I think so.
We have to be live, right? Here, let me go to my other account on the Loomis show. And then go over to into the void.
Yeah, no, it says we're live.
Yeah,
I'm on. Yeah,
I got it right here. Into the Void, Ozzy Osbourne tribute. Lives are tough, folks. Hold on. Boom. Up. Yep. Here we go. Lives are tough, folks. Hold on. Right there. I just put it in from the Loomis show. Oh, wow. Thank you, everyone. We already got the 20 some likes and appreciate that, everyone. And then when you get out of here, if you don't mind hitting the like button, we appreciate it. And, oops, why did I do that? But I want everyone to know again that this page will never be monetized. This is a page, though, to remember Ozzy Osbourne, the greatest to do it. And also, anyone of you are more than welcome to come on to the page, to the channel, to be interviewed, to share your experiences. And lives are Monday night, but there'll be other videos besides shorts that I'm going to put out because I'm doing a couple little mini documentary type series on Black Sabbath and Ozzy that I'll be releasing as well. But Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern is the live with me and Chris here. But if you want to be a guest and come on and talk with me and Chris, you're more than welcome. Actually, Chris, we could fit this like Family Square. Remember the show Family Squares or whatever it was called, where it had the, the game show? I think you could fit like 8 people on this. It just has a bunch of little fucking squares. So reach out, Ozzy Osbourne tribute page at, I don't know why I keep fucking showing this knife, but
it's because I said something disrespectful about Zach Wilde.
That's oh yeah, that's is why. But it's right under your jugular. Just go boom. But don't ever
easy. All I got is a 10 on me.
Hold on. They went to school and came back to nothing, but I broke it in the process. But open closet is better than none. When Amy Entertainment, are you not entertained? Gladiator. Rev needs to be a guest anytime, Rev. Woman, I threaten.
But yeah, let's get. What do you say, Rev? Me and you, homie. Let's do it.
Yeah. Anyone could. Absolutely. The door's open. This isn't a page for me to. Oh,
see that? Hear that, Rev? The door's open like my fucking closet. So let's do it.
Amen. Well, we hit the 2-hour, 10-minute mark, and I just want to thank you again, Chris. As always, you are the best, and I appreciate you always being willing to come on and do this. It's awesome because I want to talk about Ozzy for the rest of my life. So, however long that may be, and then when I die, I'll just give this channel to someone else to keep it going and keep it going and keep it going. But,
well, there's that youngster there's that young girl that's in this. What are you saying down there, Rev? Hiding in the closet. Yeah, fucking ball buster. See, this is what I'm talking about. It's like drinking at the beer tent. But no, that young kid, Briarly, that's always in the chat.
Yeah, what about her?
That's the next generation of metalhead, bro.
Yeah, I'll give it to her. Yeah, I'll give her the channel.
There you go. But you know that's what's important is seeing them young kids that are.
That makes me so happy. No, yes, exactly. No, and she'll always write in the post, like when I put up a magazine, I just got this at Barnes and Nobles, and I got this. and osmosis and like, and not just like a fan of like Crazy Train. Like she knows like, you know, different side. Like, yes, I love seeing that because I always wondered like about the youth these days. And then my guitar player, AJ, the one who's playing Crowley on the tribute, his students, they were doing Children of the Grave and he recorded it. And I actually put that video up. It's in one of the shorts on this page. And just knowing that there's still kids out there shredding, learning Sabbath, learning Ozzy, learning all that type of stuff, anything, all that stuff. It just warms my heart. But man, we are officially becoming old men, my man.
Yes, it's okay.
Drinking Monster, and I love when people are like, people be like, Loomis, what are you doing drinking Monster? It's terrible for you. I'm like, I used to do a fucking 8-ball a fucking night. Are you kidding me? But they're right. It's not good for you. But once for a show can't kill you, right? You all right, buddy? You there?
He loves White Monster. He should be the damn sweet. Wait, kid, you see me now? Can you hear me now?
Yeah. But you're going in and out.
All right, good. But no, like I was gonna say, like one of my closest friends, he loves White Monster. Like I think he owns stock in the company.
These ones are special though. These are the Dragon ones from Germany, and they're so good. Just get the Dragon one, like with the top like this, that you can go like this with. You can open and close it. They taste way better, and they actually give you a little like whatever, you know.
It's doing like, dude, it's doing.
There you go again, buddy.
Yep.
Well, listen, we got over 2 hours. This was fantastic. I love you to death. And we'll be back again next Monday. But folks, for real, anyone who wants to come on, share anything about Ozzy or anything on this channel, or you are more than welcome to. This will never be monetized. This is just like a remembrance, a tribute page, and nothing more. And that's it. That's pretty much it. So what do you say, Chris?
Have a great night.
Have a good. That's beautiful, buddy. That was good.
And if you're drinking and driving, don't fucking kill yourself drinking and driving. I think that's how he used to frame it.
Don't fuck if you're smoking that shit and you're drinking.
Don't be an asshole.
Don't be an asshole. Don't kill yourself.
You're impossibly fast and strong. Your skin is pale white and ice cold. Your eyes change color. And sometimes you speak like you're from a different time.
What's she on about?
You know what you are?
Say it. Out loud.
Vampire.
Vampire? Vampires are pussies. I'm the prince of fucking darkness, you fucking dumb bitch.
You won't hurt me.
Oh, do you take it in the ass?
No.
What do you think of these? Pretty cool, huh?
You're beautiful.
Nice.
No, we're still here. But I just wanted to play that one last time. But thank you again, everyone, for being here. We love yous. Chris, as always, thank you for your time. And any of your people, if they ever want to come on Monday with us or whatever, tell them to come on in. Jump on in. The door's open for everyone.
Sounds good. All right.
All right. Everyone, have a beautiful night. Thank you for watching. We love yous, and we will see you next Monday. Thank you very much. And don't forget to hit that like button when you jump out of here. See you next week.